Maintaining a debt-free lifestyle may seem straightforward, simply avoid spending more than your means. However, the reality is far more complicated, with many Americans facing debt challenges. Our approach to money management and spending can easily lead us down the road of debt. Our financial mentality is buy now and pay later, driven by the convenience of financing, family expectations, and misguided repayment efforts. Therefore, to help you achieve financial stability and avoid the debt trap, here are 10 unexpected debt traps and how to avoid them. 1. Using savings to pay off debt. Using your savings to pay off debt may seem like a logical solution, especially if the savings are in low-earning accounts and the debt is high interest. However, this strategy can do more harm than good. Warns Kelsey Dickey, a financial coach at financial management firm Fiscal Fitness Phoenix in Arizona. She states that this approach makes it harder for the individual as they are depriving themselves of a crucial safety net. Dipping into your savings to pay off debt leaves you without an emergency fund, and you may have to turn to credit cards or take out loans for unexpected expenses, such as a car breakdown or a medical bill. This continuous cycle of debt for unexpected expenses can be discouraging and unsustainable. To avoid this mistake, make sure to maintain sufficient financial reserves for emergency situations. 2. Splitting cash among bills. Kelsey Dickey, a financial coach, frequently observes individuals using the divide-and-conquer method of debt repayment. For example, someone with an extra $500 might distribute $100 to 5 creditors, hoping to pay down all debts equally. While this approach may seem like a smart strategy, small payments have minimal impact on the balance and do not provide a sense of progress. As Dickey explains, without seeing any significant improvement, it can be demotivating and lead to a lack of effort to tackle the debt problem. A better approach would be to focus all extra funds on paying off one debt at a time, which will quickly show results and help maintain motivation towards becoming debt-free. 3. Signing up for subscription plans. Subscription services may seem harmless, but they can actually be an unexpected source of debt, warns Mike Sullivan, a personal finance consultant at Take Charge America, a nonprofit credit counseling agency. People tend to underestimate the impact of these services as the monthly cost is often small. For instance, subscribing to streaming services like Netflix or music platforms like Spotify for $9.99 per month may not seem like a significant expense. However, if you have multiple subscriptions, the cost can quickly add up, leaving less money available for savings, debt repayment, or other financial goals. Hence, it is crucial to be mindful of your subscription services and only sign up for those that you know you will use regularly. 4. Financing purchases. Financing has become a popular option for almost any purchase, including those made through services like PayPal, which allows users to pay off purchases costing $99 or more over a period of 6 months. However, this convenience of financing can come at a cost, according to Leslie Tane, attorney and founder of Tane Law Group. Financing not only incurs extra charges in the form of interest, but it can also tempt individuals into making purchases that they wouldn't normally consider. For example, paying for a $1,000 phone over a 2-year period may seem less intimidating than paying the full amount up front. Zero-interest financing plans may seem appealing. They can quickly lead to debt, says Tane. Unexpected expenses may arise during the financing period, causing individuals to fall behind on payments, resulting in compounded interest charges. To avoid running up debt, it's best to save up and pay with cash instead of taking advantage of financing offers. 5. Taking out long-term auto loans. In the past, auto loans were typically 36 months long, but now many lenders offer financing options for 84 months or even 7 years, according to Mike Sullivan, a personal finance consultant with Take Charge America, a nonprofit credit counseling agency. However, keeping a car in good condition for such a long time is a challenge for most consumers, and they often find themselves owing more than the car is worth, unable to sell it and free themselves from payments. To prevent this, consider purchasing an affordable car and financing it for the shortest term possible. 6. Playing the rewards game. Many credit cards come with enticing rewards such as cashback or points that can be redeemed for travel or shopping. This may lead some people to make purchases they wouldn't normally make just to maximize their rewards. However, as financial coach Kelsey Dickey warns, credit cards can be a slippery slope. It doesn't take long for the additional spending to create a balance that can't be fully paid off each month, and the interest charges may offset the rewards earned. To avoid this situation, it's recommended to limit discretionary spending on credit cards and only charge expenses that are unavoidable. 7. Buying based on others' expectations. According to Mike Sullivan, a personal finance consultant, people often incur debt to meet the expectations of those around them, such as their spouse or kids. This can lead to spending money on things not only for oneself but also to avoid disappointment. Emotional factors can make it challenging to avoid debt traps. It's important to stay mindful of one's spending motivations and to have open communication with loved ones to set realistic expectations. This can help ensure that purchases are made for the right reasons and prevent unnecessary debt. 8. Failing to learn about financial planning. Financial illiteracy is a major contributor to people falling into debt, according to Mike Sullivan, a personal finance consultant. People may be unaware of the high interest rates on payday loans or the full cost of rent-to-own agreements. These industries thrive because people are not well informed, Sullivan says. However, this can be easily addressed by seeking out resources on money management. Numerous books, websites, apps, and financial literacy courses are readily available to educate individuals on the basics of financial planning. 9. Ignoring your options. It's easy to get caught up in societal expectations, but it's important to remember that most purchases are optional according to finance experts. Getting a degree from a pricey 4-year university or owning a brand new car are not necessities, says Tain. These are choices that can be substituted with alternatives such as attending a community college or purchasing a used car. Instead of spending a monthly $100 on phone services, opting for a low-cost provider such as Cricket Wireless or Metro PCS can save you more than half of the amount. By thoroughly examining your expenses and seeking cheaper options, you can free up your budget and avoid debt. 10. Assuming being debt-strapped is a way of life. The belief that debt will always be a part of life is a common mindset that keeps people trapped in debt. People often don't question their long-standing habits, says Dickey. For many, it's seen as normal to have car loans, credit card balances, and mortgages. However, this is a limiting mindset that needs to be challenged. The key is not to believe everything you're told you can afford, says Sullivan. Learning to say no to unessential purchases is an essential skill that can help you stick to your budget and achieve financial stability. Breaking out of the debt cycle requires a change in thinking and a commitment to smarter spending habits. In conclusion, debt can be a sneaky trap that sneaks up on you. But with the right mindset and strategies, you can avoid these 10 unexpected debt traps and work towards financial freedom. By being aware of common pitfalls and sticking to a budget, you can make informed decisions about your finances and reach your financial goals. With these tips, you can achieve the debt-free life you deserve. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more great financial tips.